All right, so now let's go ahead. Let's select these nodes, hold Alt and click. Let's drag it over. So now we've got duplicated these for our secondary tree. Let's plug in those secondary textures. We've got our Rainforest Tree 1 JPEG. I'm going to grab that from here. Let's load it up there. In the normal map, I'm going to load it up again in the normal map and just click to navigate. Grab the bark. Okay, that's that one done. Let's go to our secondary one. Under texture sample, this is for leaves. We'll load up our other image just so we can get the path. Let's grab the leaves. Let's grab this spec. Let's load up the normal map. And then our sprite, let's again load up our cutout here from our PNG with the alpha channel. Okay, so here we go. So we got our leaves. Let's attach that to our other tree here. Let's hide that one, unhide the other one. It's going to take a sec to load up. So here's our other tree. Similar, but just a little different. Let's replace the materials. So we've got RF tree 2. Let's get to the RS tree 2. And in the leaves 2, let's find our RS leaves 2. All right, so everything's updated. Let's just make sure everything's working. Let's go to our render here and let's take a render. Okay, and there we have it. So we've got our new textures set up for that. Looks good. Let's stop that and set up everything for our palm tree, which is going to take quite a bit more because it's got 5 shaders. So let's just duplicate these. So we've got leaves, we've got 2 leaves, a palm bark, palm spiky, and a palm head. So let's just kind of rename this. Okay, so we've got all our shaders. Let's go up here. Let's bring up our palm tree. Let's zoom into our palm tree. Here we go. Let's just kind of work on making sure we've got the base working here. Let's go to, let's see, so palm bark. Let's do the palm bark first. We've got our bump and normals here. I'm going to copy that from the old shader. I'm just going to go into the surface, make sure that, yeah, we're just using a basic shader, plugging in the textures and the normals. And okay, so I'm going to go in here, normal map, plug that in, and in our texture, let's plug that in, but let's navigate to our, let's see, we're palm bark. which is going to be our palm bark here. Okay, that should do that. Let's go now to our palm. So our palm leaves, I remember that we're just using a straight color for this. So I'm just going to delete all of this. And let's throw down an RS material. Oops. Let's throw down an RS material, plug that in, and for this we're just using a standard color. So I'm going to go find a color here, kind of like a green palm color. Just something like this. I'm going to turn off the reflectivity and backlighting. I'm going to get a value of 0.2. Let's just change the backlighting to something a little kind of green. Kind of a greeny yellow backlighting. And actually I'm going to give it a little just standard reflection. So 0.4 with a roughness of 0.2. And I've found this by trial and error. So we're just giving the leaves a basic color there. All right, let's go palm leaves dead. Let's do the same thing. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to Control Alt. I'm just going to Alt drag this to duplicate that. And then let's just copy that name, put that in there. So the dead leaves, let's go in. I'm going to change this to a brown color. You know, something maybe a yellowy brown. Something like that. And then the backlighting, again, kind of make it a browny color. Okay, so those are our dead leaves. We can just turn off the reflection on that. They're dead, so maybe they have less reflection. Okay, so that's that. Let's go on to our palm spiky, which is going to be and our palm spiky. Let's see here let's go to the old texture and grab the normal map. Let's go in here. Let's plug the normal map in there, and under the texture, let's place that normal map in there, but let's find, I think it's the stem rough. Okay. Now we'll ask one to do the palm head, and let's just replace these textures. Got the JPEG, and then the palm head normal. Okay, so we've replaced all the textures. Let's just go into our palm tree, replace the material on the material node. So we got palm spiky, let's find that. RS palm spiky, palm leaves dead. Okay, palm head. Palm leaves and palm bark. All right, so we replaced all the textures and we've assigned the materials. Let's go take an IPR of this. And there we have it. So let's see, I can't move around in the viewport. It's pretty annoying. I got to refresh the IPR every time. But our textures are working. There we are. I'm just going to pause the RPR so I can move up. Let's take a look at the rest of the tree. There we go. So maybe it's looking a little bright. I'm just going to change the shader for the dead leaves. You know, maybe the backlighting, let's just reduce this. And let's make this a little darker. Okay. And I think I'm just going to reduce the leaves backlighting as well, maybe to 0.1. There we go. So we've got our palm tree, backlighting, everything's looking pretty good. So in the next lesson, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a little randomization to all of our trees and some of the leaves. And we'll really kind of go over some of the power of the ray switch shader and randomizing different shaders among all the instances and giving it more variation.